here comes another exciting episode of Top Hat Gaming.
Hey, so we could live Injustice 2 coming out in a few days, and me playing the Injustice mobile app a lot. I decided to do a video talking about my predictions. Well, not predictions, but characters I want / think will happen for DLC. I'm not going to name off all the characters in the game already, but I will name off the DLC characters. The main ones right now being Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat and Starfire and Red Hood. There's also Darkseid if you pre-ordered the game, and as far as we know, Darkseid doesn't come with any season pass or anything. You have to pre-order the game, or at least for a few months you won't be able to get him unless you pre-order. But I have the Ultimate Edition pre-order, so I get Darkseid and then everything else, plus anything I get from the mobile game. And by anything else, I mean anything that you get automatically, not anything you have to earn throughout the game, or anything that they might decide to make that doesn't come with it. So, first of all, let me talk about some of the characters that I want that are guest characters. Now, first, when you think of a guest character for a DC game, first, a guest character being a character not made by DC or not in the DC universe. There's a character here that I'm going to name in a few minutes that is made by DC, but is not in the DC universe, so therefore not a DC universe character, but still a DC character, so therefore a guest character, even though they're owned by DC. I will not talk about the character yet, but keep on the watch for who that character is. Man. Watchmen. I'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, so I'm thinking that eventually, even though I don't think it will happen, I want a Marvel character in it. Now, me and Brayden, by the way, subscribe to the channel, agree that and we don't agree. We butt heads on this. Even though I love Deadpool, he thinks Deadpool should be in it as the Marvel character. And personally, I don't think he fits. I think his comedy just wouldn't really work with the game unless they did a Dark Edition Deadpool. I still think it'd be funny to have him in there, though. The character I think would work, even though I don't really watch the show or anything, I think a lot of people would agree that the Punisher would be a pretty good fit. I believe Spawn is Marvel. I might be wrong. I actually don't know much about the character. I believe Spawn is Marvel, and people would request him. He may not be Marvel at all, and I'm just making a fool of myself by saying that. Honestly, though, now that I think about it, Deadpool would be kind of cool, but I just don't think he fits in as well. Although, I guess having one really comedic character would work, and people are saying we get Booster Gold as DLC, and so he's not a guest character, but I'm just saying that's another comedic character, so maybe Deadpool would fit. Another idea, because I mentioned Watchmen earlier, Rorschach. For those of you who don't know, Watchmen is owned by DC, but it's not in the DC universe, except for very recently when they started putting the characters together, because now different things are happening and characters from the Watchmen are crossing over. Watchmen, a lot of people consider it to be the greatest graphic novel of all time. That's not just me saying it because I consider it to be the greatest graphic novel of all time. That's not just me saying it because I consider it to be. A lot of people say it is. And it deserves that. It is a very dark and honestly more realistic view on superheroes. There's only one guy with actual powers. Well, technically two, because one guy kind of has like super intelligence and stuff, but arguable that actually qualifies as a power. I think it does, some people say it wouldn't. But anyway, Rorschach is a very Batman-like character. He's not afraid to kill, though. He's not rich. He's like more Batman in the term that he's dark and mostly fights criminals at night. Isn't afraid to kind of get the way I see Batman and Rorschach are a lot different than how I see other heroes. The way I see for example, Spider-Man. His real personality is Peter Parker, and he puts on the mask and becomes Spider-Man. The way I see it for Rorschach and Batman is their real personalities are Batman and Rorschach. They take off the mask and momentarily become the Bruce Wayne, and I forgot the Rorschach's real name. But anyway, I think Rorschach would be a good guest character because he has a grappling hook at one point, he uses guns, he's pretty good, and like I said, he is technically owned by DC and Warner Brothers, so it would not be hard to get him. Plus, like I also said, he's considered the greatest from the great graphic novel of all time, and so of course people want him. People have been asking him for crazy. The guy who makes Injustice posted on a Twitter thing, do you want a character from Watchmen? And it was almost voted entirely yes. It was like 75% yes. Okay, that's not almost entirely, but the vast majority. I think it was 74. Anyway, and the reason I go for Rorschach specifically is because the other ones are Night Owl, the comedian, and the comedian does some pretty bad things, even though he's a hero, so I don't think he should be in it. Dr. Manhattan can literally just cause, he's the one with the powers, he can literally just cause people to disappear from existence, way too overpowered. the reason I don't say no to Night Owl is because he's almost too close to Batman. I feel like it would be pointless to have him there. Plus, he's just not as cool. And what's the girl's name? I forgot. There's some other characters too, but Rorschach would really be the best fit. Now, let's just talk about some random guest characters. I don't want them to do this, but if they were to do this, here's how I want it to be. If there was like a guest character for each console, like the PS4 just had a different guest character and stuff, I would think that PS4 would have Kratos, most likely, to represent Sony. Microsoft probably Master Chief, and then if we ever got Switch Edition, Link. I don't want them to do this because I think it sucks that when we get certain characters in only one edition of the game that are not there, because that way you have to buy multiple editions of the game just to play every character. Also, if we were, I guess like maybe the iPhone edition could get some kind of like really popular, the Angry Birds. No, I'm kidding, not the Angry Birds. We do not need them in there. Yeah, I guess the computer edition could get like what's some Gordon Freeman from Half-Life, maybe? I don't know. But that's all for now that I can think of for guest characters. Now I'll talk about like DC characters that can get in for DLC. Um, One. Well, actually, let me talk about the premiere skins real quickly. Any speedster could be a premiere skin for the Flash, as long as they just make him either shorter or taller, because that way he'll be the same size as the Flash. Wouldn't it be fair to make a premiere skin a different size, because it can make it easier to hit him or harder to hit him, and it's supposed to be a premiere skin, so it's supposed to be like even to the same character. Um, Thomas Wayne for premiere skin for regular Batman. Superboy / Superboy Prime / any other form of Superboy or Superman for Superman. That's kind of an obvious one, I feel like. Wasn't there Wonder Girl at some point in the comics? That'd be a premiere skin for Wonder Woman. I also think if we were to get Batgirl back, Batwoman could be a premiere skin, even though she's not nearly as popular of a character. And to be honest, there's a reason for that. DC advertises Batgirl way more than Batwoman. I like Batgirl. She's interesting. I don't like as much as Robin. But speaking of which, I think the Robin, Damian Wayne could have skins for Nightwing and other Robins. I really like Injustice Damian Wayne, though. I'm just saying. Also, Red Hood could get the Arkham Knight. That'd be pretty cool. Although I'm not sure if they're doing premiere skins or even gear for DLC characters, just because, like with Super Smash Bros., they have custom moves for each character that you can unlock, like you change the moves, but the DLC character didn't get them. And the DLC character kind of missed a lot of other stuff too, just because they were like, we made these guys after the game, we're not going to do as much for them. So it could be the same situation, hopefully not. Also, even though he's already a gear, I kind of want him to be a premiere skin, just so we can get more lines. Red Sun Superman. Be cool. Also, Red Lantern Supergirl would be awesome. Also, for Hal Jordan, any addition, like different colored lantern for him, he could also become the actual character, like he can become the main Blue Lantern and stuff instead of just, or he could just get the gear to turn regular Hal Jordan to Blue Lantern. Either way. Also, maybe Atrocitus could get some other skins that would turn him into other lantern colors and stuff. I think it'd be cool if he got one that turned him into a Yellow Lantern, even though I don't think that ever happened in the comics, just because anger and fear are relatively related, in my opinion. That's cool. Now it's about completely new characters, or returning characters from the previous game. I mentioned that any speedster could just be a premiere skin for the Flash, but there's a few that I think would work better as their own character, but at the same time, it's like they shouldn't take up a spot in the roster. I kind of think... I don't know much about Savitar, but I've heard he's really cool, so I think him being his own character would be awesome. But like I said, it's more likely he'd be a premiere skin just because they don't want another speedster on the roster, just because they don't want too much of the same thing. Unless they can very much change his moveset. I also think it'd be cool if we don't get the other Robins or Nightwing as premiere skins for him. He would also be good as DLC characters, or I forgot their name, but there were two female Robins that were fairly cool. One was like an alternate universe thing. One was the girlfriend of another Robin who momentarily took his place because of reasons. They could also be their own character or premiere skins. But also, I want Beast Boy. I know people say Beast Boy would be almost impossible to program because he would, well, not program, but it would take much longer to program because he would have all the transformations and stuff, and it might not be worth it to make one character that takes like 5 times as long to make at other characters, but I still want him because I love Teen Titans. And then I want Raven, so we can have all the Teen Titans in the game. Please. And then, I don't know, maybe if there's like, I had this idea a while ago, I just had it now, actually, I don't want to say a while ago. I want them to add, like, side stories to the game. Like, you have the main story mode and a few side stories. If you have, like, all the Teen Titans DLC, maybe it'd be fun to kind of have, like, an episode of Teen Titans. Regular Teen Titans, not that Teen Titans Go crap. That's, like, a playable edition of that. That would be fun. That would make me so happy, because I love the original Teen Titans so much. And... Oh, also, I forgot to say I want Deathstroke as a premier skin for Deadshot, but let's be honest here, that's gonna happen. That everyone knows. That's like an obvious one. If DC doesn't do that, they're missing out on an opportunity. To be honest, I don't even... Well, I know why they replaced him, because people were complaining Deathstroke was too overpowered in the last game, but at the same time, they could have weakened him, and it's also because Deadshot's really popular right now with Suicide Squad, so they know that more people wanted him. Anyway, also... Any movie, TV show edition of anyone can be a premier skin. Like, we can get Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn, any of that. We already got that in the mobile game, basically, except for not premier skin. It should change her moves slightly, because the mobile game's a lot different. You know, speaking of the mobile game, it weirds me out Flash is not an agility character. In fact, he's weak to agility characters. So, essentially, the fastest character in all comics is weak to anyone else who has speed abilities. What? That's a really weird choice. I don't get it. Anyway, also in terms of completely new or returning characters that are not guest characters, I really think... I had one I was about to say, but I forgot. Who was it? I want Lex Luthor back, kind of. Oh, wait. Here's like my main villain that I want back. Ra's al Ghul. That would be awesome! Especially if he had like some kind of healing abilities or something. Cause that would, like, as long as it was slow healing, because they don't want to be overpowered, but that would be awesome. As long as it can't, like, go past, like, a certain level, like, it can't heal too much. Who else? I think named Kalibak, Darkseid's son, he'd be cool, but he could also probably be premier skin for Darkseid, because I'm assuming they have similar powers. Also, I want a premier skin, even though I already mentioned the idea of this, premier skin of CW Flash that would actually change his voice actor to the actor who plays him in the CW show, because he's a really good actor. Plus, everyone loves that addition of the Flash. I mean, everyone loves the Flash in general. But let's be honest here, TV show Flash is, in terms of like personality and stuff, the most likable like Flash. In terms of powers, I think the comic book one is still more powerful, but whatever. Comic books, of course, the characters are more powerful than they are in the show, because the reasons. And I think that's all I really have for now. If I have more, I'll talk about that, but I think that's good. Goodbye.
Hey, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Check out the next video if you want to. Peace out.